Hello, welcome to the weather update. It's about 8:45 on February 22nd, and we have the results of yesterday's tornado survey. And this is unbelievable, folks. An EF2 tornado occurred yesterday in Mercer County, New Jersey, on February 21st. So this is the fifth recorded tornado and the second EF2 in New Jersey in February since 1950. So this is the details. This shows you the path. I was on the ground for, let's see, 5.8 miles. Unbelievable. That's quite, it's quite a long time. You can see it went through Mercer County Park there in that whole area there. So, again, very unusual to see this. And, of course, if you look at the video, I'll share some of the videos in this video as well about some stories of the coverage of this tornado. But it's really incredible to see an EF2 tornado in February. Let alone, I mean, it's one thing if it was a summer to have a tornado like this, but in February of all times to actually have this is really incredible to see. So really just pretty crazy stuff that happened yesterday. As far as today goes, just a gloomy day with some on and off rain in the afternoon. You can see this is the satellite image right now. It doesn't really look too interesting until we pan out to the CONUS view, where you can see all the activity, and particularly out west, where there's a lot of storminess out there. All right, looking at our current radar, you can see this is the area of rain we had. It mixed with a little bit of sleet, maybe, and snow at the beginning, but other than that, we just had some an area. It's a period of rain right in the middle of the late afternoon, early evening hours. And maybe just some lingering drizzle, and you can clearly see, drawing this out here, I mean, this is so easy to see. I mean, seriously, it doesn't get any easier than this. Oh, yeah, I just got to move that over, actually. Let's keep that there. Because this is from yesterday. I guess it remembered it. But if we just move the map over here and put it like that, there. There's your low-pressure system, your warm front, and your cold front right there. Pretty crazy. But you can see this is the cold front here, and there's some thunderstorm activity along it. Now, out west, they've had a lot of heavy snow, although the radar doesn't make it look all that impressive. They had blizzard conditions over there in Flagstaff, thunder snow as well. So very, very, active weather out west. You can see here, this is the area where there could be heavy precipitation north of this warm front. Here's the warm front, low pressure system. Looks a little different than what I drew. And you can see all the winter weather and wind out west as well. Looking at the current conditions across the whole country, we'll start off with the whole country because it's unbelievable what's been happening out west. That's where the really winter weather has been, and they've had some pretty strong winds over. You can see all the red now. They're getting into the blizzard action up in the northern plains there. But let's load some readings in here. Find Flagstaff here. We can find Flagstaff to show you what they've been dealing with here, if we can. And I could just put it up on here too if I wanted to, I guess. But yeah, let's see. All right, there's Winslow, Arizona. Standing in the corner, Winslow, Arizona. I'm trying to find Flagstaff. It's hard to see with the shading. Let me lower this opacity. This opacity is always too much. Always, you cannot read the cities. There, that's better. There's Flagstaff. So look at that, 19 in Flagstaff right now. If you want winter, you got it in Flagstaff. Very cold there. You can see very strong wind gusts too, and they've had some heavy snow reported as well. Very almost near zero visibility at times. True blizzard conditions. You can see there 21. So yeah, look at that. This is all today. They were only in the upper teens and low 20s with on and off snow, heavy at times. Look at some of these wind gusts that were reported. Incredible wind gusts here. So it's a true blizzard in Flagstaff. That's where you got your blizzard. And I'd like to actually go to the Flagstaff Weather Office. Let's see if they've got us a map of how much snow they've gotten. because let's see. Let's see if they've got a map here, and the site not even loading. So having some issues with the weather service here, not even working. Let's see, maybe they've made some Twitter posts so we can look at. It will be a little challenge to measure the snow. And so how much snow are we going to get? I'm trying to get actual numbers. Okay, these are the wind reports here from flat. Oh, my God. Look at some of these. 78 miles an hour in some of these areas. Wow, that's incredible. So quite a blizzard out there. They're the ones getting the blizzards. Due to a power outage, radar data it will be down. So they lost power at the weather service, apparently. They've had a lot of roads closed as well. And as far as how much snow they're going to get, because they're going to get a little more tonight. Click here to enter location. Okay, no, they're not. Problem is the weather service office is down. All right, we finally got something loading here. But there's no map of snowfall totals at all. So far, they usually do provide a map. All right, here's a forecast. So 8 to 12 will be. This is additional snowfall on top of what they've gotten. So I'm just curious about how much snow they've already gotten in Flagstaff, but apparently we can't find out that information right now. Let us know. Got snow. Okay, let's see. Maybe there'll be some reports here. Let's see. Measuring 3 to 15. The 15 is definitely a snowdrift. So it looks like they've got. So this is all to make all the snow lovers here just jealous here. You can head to Flagstaff. That's where winter is. That's where winter is. Let me go back to the weather. Where's the map at? Did I just close the map out? The weather and hazards map. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay. So it wasn't just Flagstaff that got pounded with the wind. I mean, a lot of areas got pounded with these very strong winds. We can look at Denver. Oh, boy, look at this. Oh, man. It's cold there. This is where your Arctic air is right now. 12 degrees. And again, you had some really strong wind gusts here. We can look at the winds again here at this airport. You can see some of these strong. Oh, that doesn't look too bad. But some areas got some pretty strong wind gusts. Just bitter wind chills. And also power outages as well. If you look at the power outage map, you'll see Arizona has 6,000 out. California has 64,000 out. They had a lot of wind in California, too. If we look at the... go back over here. It's acting really slow. They've had a lot of wind in California. So let's... you can see all these blizzard warnings in effect here. It looks like that's a blizzard warning for the mountains because they're going to be getting more snow. So, yeah, this is... And they've had some pretty strong winds. You can look at some of these observations here. You can see wind gusts. That doesn't look too impressive, but some of them... Look at some of these buoys here. Yeah, like the islands especially, gusting to 40 at Santa Rosa. And it's cold, too, 41. Look at that, 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts there. So that's that's kind of like what they've been dealing with. And look at how cold it is. This is Southern California. So pretty crazy. But let's go to our area now, because it's nothing really too interesting compared to all that. And you'll see it looks like a flooded... So we have temperatures in the upper 30s, just kind of a raw day. Low 40s, upper 30s. Sun in the morning quickly gave way to clouds. We haven't gotten a whole lot of rain, so I'm not even going to show that. But it's been rather cold and raw, though not snowy, unfortunately, for those who want the snow. Obviously, we're not seeing that. You can see there's Farmingdale at 38 degrees. We'll take a look at what the day was like at Farmingdale. And you'll see here that they had a little light on mixed precipitation, mist, a period of rain. You can see here in the late afternoon, early evening hours. But it didn't really amount too much, only about 1/5 of an inch of rain. but still made it wet and miserable out there. Unless you're somebody, unless you're somebody who does the weather on weekends on Channel 12. So let's go to the models. We'll do that. So we have this low pressure system, obviously bringing all that severe weather out, all that snow out west. But as far as us goes, we have this warm front that's going to try to make through. It probably won't make it through tomorrow. And we have this low pressure going to the north, and you can see there's that low pressure area right there that will be going to the north. And then eventually we get into some colder air Friday into Saturday. We'll finally get our little taste of winter, but no, unfortunately, no snow. That's as far as I'm going to go in this weather update up to the weekend here. And you can see it looks like maybe some rain chances later Sunday again. If we look at next week, you can see here, just the same old, same old. Let's go a little closer here. We'll go look at the HRRR model. All right, HRRR. So here's the HRRR, and you can see again, just some lingering drizzle, and then it develops some showers again tomorrow morning. And then the rest of the day should be dry until we get the next chance of rain with the actual cold front that comes through early Friday morning before sunrise, and then breezy and cold weather as we head after that. So looking at our dew points here, this is the HRRR model now. All right, so easterly flow, that warm air does not make it in. It does not look like we get into the warm front. However, if you're in New Jersey, south of the Raritan, it looks like you will. But for us, we'll have the northeast winds, and tomorrow will be cold and kind of gloomy, maybe with spotty drizzle. And then you can see the actual front come through, shifting the winds off to the northwest Friday. And then we get into the much colder air as we get into Friday here. But now we'll look at the actual air temperatures. You'll take a look at this warm air that's going to try to make a run at us. So here we go for tomorrow. Look at how warm it gets. If you're in Jersey, you're going to be approaching 70 Ocean County. But you can see it's a very fine line, and actually it starts moving back in from the coast toward the evening. And so we will not see any of that warm air tomorrow here on Long Island, fortunately. But if you're like in the mid-Atlantic, you're going to be dealing with 70s, maybe even 80 degrees. So glad that's not making it here. And then as we get into Friday, you'll see temperatures much more typical for this time of the year, and a little bit below normal. Mid-30s, and look at that, dropping into the 20s and maybe even teens at night. Take this to the GFS now. So we got teens at night, and look at that, maybe even some teens. And then we're not going to make it out of the 20s on Saturday, perhaps, on Long Island. And then here we go again. Sunday, it's backing off now. It's not showing it as warm, probably due to some more cloud cover. So it looks like we'll have temperatures around 40 degrees. So at least it'll be a little colder, at least, which is good. But one thing we will not see too much of is the sun, I think. So let's go look at the skies. Obviously, this is the RGM. And you see those clouds hanging on tomorrow. South of the warm front, the sun will probably come out. For us, we'll probably be in the clouds. And then for Friday, you see here comes the front. Not really too much shower activity associated with this cold front. You'll see it should try to clear us out and hopefully give us a mostly sunny day, because that cirrus is going to roll right in on us on Saturday, unfortunately, the mid and high level clouds from the next system. And then as far as Sunday goes, that's as far as we got on that. I'm not really going to go any further under that. So we'll look at a few other models here. GFS, as far as the warm front goes for tomorrow. Don't really have enough of the 0Z and to use. We'll go to the 12Z. So here's the 12Z. And the GFS is different. It wants to bring the warm front through. I don't think it makes it through. I'm more leaning toward the HRRR at this point. So again, I think that it's a hair too far north. All right, but it does bring the warm front into our area tomorrow, and then pushes it back, and then we finally get into the colder air Friday. Again, this is the 12Z run of the high resolution GFS model. I'll just look at the regular GFS, which we can show here as well, because it has a different look to it. See, this is a little more realistic here. This is the 18Z. You can see. So look at that. Wow. So if you're in Jersey, South Jersey, Toms River, you're going to be probably close to 70 for at least the time. And we'll be in the upper 30s. So it's going to be pretty hot, and then if you go even further south, mid 70s and maybe even 80 degrees. It's pretty crazy to see that. It's pretty crazy to see that. Let's see what the NAM is doing with this front. All right, I don't have enough of that in either. So this is what the NAM is doing, and you can see, again, I think that the NAM is a little further south, maybe a little too far south. We'll just look at the rain chances again for tomorrow, and again, it's some drizzle overnight. Hopefully, we'll just have cloudy skies tomorrow. We won't have to deal with drizzle, but we might have a little scattered drizzle around. The front comes through. It's really not too much rain with it. And then improving conditions for Friday, just colder. But if you look at the NAM, you'll see it has a lot more clouds over us. So don't get your hopes on it being a mostly sunny day because there may be a lot of clouds in the instability clouds in there. So we may not even have any mostly sunny with this air mass, unfortunately, we're getting. We'll have to see. I think we'll have a better picture tomorrow night on what's going to happen with the clouds in there. Maybe overestimating it. Let's go to the FV3 and see what that's doing. Again, I'd have to look at the 12Z run. If it even goes that far out. You can see it's showing that instability cloudiness. More over Long Island than New Jersey. However, it has a tendency to underestimate further south. So, yeah, it may not be a sunny day on Friday. So, I guess that's going to wrap up this weather update. A lot going on. And just, it's crazy that EF2 tornado in February is nuts. And I'll put the links to the news stories below about this because it's quite incredible to see, for sure. But as far as our weather goes, it'll be rather tranquil but chilly and gloomy for tomorrow. For Long Island. If you're in Jersey, the sun might come out and you'll get a little into that hot air. And then after that, Friday and Saturday, well, at least it'll feel like winter, but we still won't have any snow. So that's going to wrap up this weather update. Thank you for watching.